if you want to realize who the apostate church is, the first step in figuring it out is to ask the Father for his wisdom and the truth, no matter what the cost is. You have to ask for that. If you're not asking for it, you're not going to be given it. And Yahushua says over and over again that he is the truth, the way, and the life. And all throughout the Old Testament, truth is referenced over and over. But just from the New Testament, in 1 John, Yahushua said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you don't ask for the truth, don't mind me, I got tennis elbow. If you don't ask for the truth, you're not going to receive it. You're going to be under the strong delusion that Yahuah said he was going to give you, because you have not loved the truth, is what it says in the Old Testament. In John 1, it says, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we have seen his glory, glory as of the only Son from the Father, full of grace and truth. And in these last days, we've been being revealed truth in so many areas of our lives, in everything. I mean, you've learned truth about everything. I mean, I just am a tinfoil hat wearing girl at this point, because everything to me is a lie, and I don't trust in any system of this world anymore. So if you're not asking for the truth, specifically about the Son, about his name, about the covenant, you're not going to get it. He's going to just allow you to be under your strong delusion. Again in John, for the law was given through Moses, grace and truth came through Yahushua, the Messiah. So Yahushua said to the Jews who had believed him, if you abide in my word, you are truly my disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. Well, Yahushua's word said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Yahushua's word said, not one jot or tittle will pass from the law until heaven and earth pass away. He has not fulfilled it. We are not in the new covenant yet, and this is how you are being deceived. Satan went out to deceive the entire world, and you better believe he started in the church, because he knew those were going to be the hardest people to deceive. In Ephesians, it says, assuming that you have heard about him and were taught in him, as the truth is in Yahushua. In 1 John again, and we know that the Son of Yahuah has come and has given us understanding, so that we may know him who is true, and we are in him who is true, in his Son Yahushua the Messiah. He is the true God and eternal life. In Revelation, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, the words of the Holy One, the true one who has the key of David, who opens and no one will shut, who shuts and no one will open. He is the true one. So there is a false one, and we have been under his delusion for 2,000 years. You have to pray to the Father about this, and there's so much more. This is just a sample of some of the verses about truth. The entire New Testament, if you look at it from that perspective, is written in that way. And as well as the Old Testament, the Father said in the prophecies, that if you do not love the truth, he will let you sit in your lie, and you will even fight for it. A famous quote by Mark Twain said, it is easier to fool someone than to convince them that they've been fooled, because we all have this cognitive dissonance that we can't possibly be wrong. We can't possibly be wrong, but your salvation is what's at risk here. So instead of believing what you think you know as fact, what the church has been teaching you, pray to the Father for truth. Pray for the truth. Even if you think you are right, pray for the truth and tell him you want it no matter what the cost. And let me tell you, the cost is steep, because to go up against the church is no easy task. Those of us that are doing it on here, we are receiving so much hate from Christians It's the Christians who are hating on us for speaking truth. So maybe examine your heart just a little bit before you write something nasty in the comments section, and pray to the Father for truth, because he's the only one that will grant it, and you have to actually want it. And I hope this blessed you today. Thank you for joining me while I iron my curtains, and shalom, friends.